Okay, it's kind of like a request review. I ended up getting some DVDs from HamiltonBook.com, one of which was a triple feature, uh, Maneater series, and Mr. Hobbs from Mr. Hobbs Horror, or actually just Hobbs Horror. Uh, expressed interest in Swamp Devil. So I decided to check it out very, very soon. I got a day off today, so uh, I'm able to do this. I reviewed a movie called uh, Rise of the Gargoyles, and I enjoyed it. I've been sort of avoiding these because they all look cheesy. I both these movies, Rise of the Gargoyles and this are cheesy, but uh, for the most part, I'd say both movies. Uh, I would say a good portion of the special effects, and I'm talking the CGI, is is either acceptable or actually pretty good, and this is definitely you know falls into this. This was directed by a man named David Winning, who I believe also directs Black Swarm. So I'll be looking forward to this. Uh, this is, you know, this is just something that they often just grind out. There's elements that you've seen, just horror tropes and stuff, and monster movie tropes and all, uh, and it's familiar. But you end up having, especially, uh, you have these veteran actors to come in. Uh, you got James Kidney, I think that's how you pronounce his last name. He plays a sheriff, and surprise, surprise, Bruce Dern is in this movie. Uh, at first, I was thinking, oh, they probably just had him for a couple days. That's all they could afford. Uh, but he's probably, good old fashioned working actor. He goes where the jobs are. And he had no problem doing a movie like this. Truthfully, he did work with Roger Corman, way back in the 60s and such. What this concerns with, well, the movie opens up with it looks like this young woman is being chased by uh, a posse. uh, but I think they're just kind of looking for her. And you see Bruce Dern lurking around trees and such. Uh, but the girl gets attacked, and we know right away it's some sort of swamp monster. I mean, but the townsfolk, uh, they believe Bruce Dern is the guy who had killed the girl. Uh, you end up having what's his name? Robert Higdon as Jones or Jonesy. He's the father of the slain young woman. He's out in the woods trying to find Bruce Dern as well as the sheriff. What ends up happening, uh, the daughter that Bruce Dern had sent away when she was 12 years old, Melanie, played by Cindy Sampson, uh, she she uh, she comes back to town because this guy named Jimmy Fuller, played really really well by Nicholas Wright. had called her up and said there was something, bad going on with her father. Uh, and so they start hanging around, and truthfully, it's really, really quite obvious that there's something sinister about this guy, as well as his mother. I mean, they're both pretty creepy. And somehow she doesn't notice, but you know, it's a director type problem. You should have probably toned down Jimmy a bit. But yeah, her character comes off as being kind of naive or just plain stupid. That is a problem, but we go along with it. Uh, oh, the mother, Shelley, she's played by Bronwyn Mantel. Uh, but it is quite obvious that Jimmy, there's something up with Jimmy, and it's really not good. So that's sort of predictable, but it also seems like it was intentional because it's just so in your face that he's not right. Uh, but there's another layer of mystery because there's a backstory to all that's going on. Uh, for instance, all these friends of Bruce Dern's character, Howard, uh, have died. And we have a deputy, Jolene, played by Allison Graham, who believes that Howard killed them all. And he killed the girl and such. So there's this backstory, and we learn about it, especially when they finally get Bruce Dern in there and give him dialogue. They seem to, I mean, most of the good dialogue seems to be reserved for Mr. Dern. But yeah, there's this monologue he does that kind of just really elevates the movie and makes you kind of drawn in. That's about halfway through it. It is an acceptable movie up to that, but then it just seems to get really going then. Once again, Bruce Dern saves the movie. But yeah, this is actually pretty decent. I'm looking forward to Black Swarm, but I think if I review another movie, I'm going to do it in order since this is Swamp Devils first, the first on this list here, then Eye of the Beast, then Black Swarm. Okay, until next time, stay safe and always have a good time. Check out Hobbs Horror. Bye now.